અહીંયા ઇન્ડિયા ચેમ્બર બી અમારી પાસે નથી. આ રેકોર્ડિંગ ચાલુ થઈ એની વાત થાય. ઓકે.
Okay, okay.
Good evening. Hello, moderator. How many members are there in counting?
There are total 31 members in counting as of now.
Okay, thank you. As the requisite quorum of the member is present with the consent of chairman, I declare the meeting to be in order. A very good evening, everyone. This side Chinmay Choksey, authorized representative of Secretarial Auditor. Welcome you all at the 31st annual general meeting of the company. On behalf of Board of Directors of Zodiac Energy Limited, I extend a warm welcome to all of you at 31st annual general meeting of the company. This year again, as per the circular issued by Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Security Exchange Board of India, we are conducting this annual general meeting through video conference. Also, the company has taken all feasible steps to ensure that the shareholders are provided with an opportunity to participate in the annual general meeting. The registered office of the company is situated at Ahmedabad, which is deemed venue of this annual general meeting. Now that we move ahead toward initiating the proceeding of the meeting, I wish to introduce all the directors and panelists for today's meeting of the company. Today we have with us our respected Mr. Kunj Bihari Shah, Managing Director, who has joined the meeting from the registered office of the company at Ahmedabad. Mrs. Parul Kunj Bihari Shah, Full-time Director, has joined the meeting from registered office of the company at Ahmedabad. Mr. Jakshay Shah, Non-Executive Director, has joined the meeting from his office at Ahmedabad. Mr. Dhaval Shah, Independent Director and Chairman of Audit Committee and Nomination and Remuneration Committee, has joined the meeting from his office at Ahmedabad. Mr. Kalpesh Lalit Chandra Joshi, Independent Director and Chairman of Stakeholder Relationship Committee, has joined the meeting from his office at Ahmedabad. Mr. Ambar Jayantilal Patel, Independent Director, has joined the meeting from his office at Ahmedabad. Mr. Jaimin Shah, Independent Director, has joined the meeting from his office at Ahmedabad. Ms. Shefali Karar, Chief Financial Officer, has joined the meeting from registered office of the company at Ahmedabad. Ms. Shruti Shah, Partner of DJNV and Company Chartered Accountant, the Statutory Auditor of the company, has joined the meeting from his office at Ahmedabad. Ms. Darshana Waghela, Authorized Representative of SCS and Company LLP, Company Secretaries and Secretarial Auditor of the company, and the scrutinizer appointed by the company for this meeting, has also joined the meeting from their office at Ahmedabad. At the outset, I will take you through certain points regarding the participation and voting at this meeting. All the members who have joined this meeting are by default placed on mute to avoid any disturbance from background noise and ensure smooth and seamless conduct of the meeting. Members who have not voted through remote e-voting can cast their votes through e-voting facility during the AGM. As per Article of Association, the directors attending this meeting have unanimously elected Mr. Kunj Bihari Shah as chairman for 31st annual general meeting of the company. The requisite quorum is present and therefore I call the meeting to an order. Before I begin with the agenda, I would like to request Mr. Kunj Bihari Shah, Chairman of 31st Annual General Meeting of the company, to share a brief about the progress of the company. Over to you, Chairman, sir.
Thank you, Chinmay bhai, for your opening remarks. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Dear shareholders of Zodiac Energy Limited, it gives me immense pleasure to represent you, to welcome you all for the 31st annual general meeting of your company, Mrs. Zodiac Energy Limited. The COVID-19 pandemic has left its irreversible footprint on the global history, and it has changed the humanity in many ways. The Russia-Ukraine war, which has been considered to last few weeks initially, has stretched to more than 1.5 years now, and the impact it has created has changed the dynamics of world business, and entire global supply chain has been disrupted. The financial year 2022-23 was one of the toughest for business in general in terms of global turmoil. unprecedented inflation across the globe, supply chain disruptions, increase in interest rates, etc. In particular, the solar industry in India was hit badly by imposition of 40% basic custom duty on solar modules, imposition of ALMM, which is approved list of module manufacturer by Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, by which imported modules were prohibited to use in all government assisted and net metering scheme, which has created sudden rise in prices of solar module. All these things have affected the Indian solar sector very adversely. And the overall deployment of solar in India in year 2020-23 was reduced to 12.3 gigawatt in comparison of previous year's solar deployment of 13.8 gigawatt. Our company withstood all the adversities, and despite of all these challenges, the company registered sales turnover of rupees 138.49 crore, a minor drop of 3.78% in turnover against rupees 143.94 crore turnover in previous financial year. The net profit dropped by 41.58% over last year at 3.18 crore. The EPS for the year stood at rupees 2.18 per share. Despite the adverse global and local conditions and slowdown in solar deployment in India during the year under review, the company was able to sustain its turnover and profit, minor drop in profitability due to continued support of shareholders and pragmatic leadership provided by the board of directors. The support at all the level of operations by all the employees of the company also played crucial role in surviving this difficult time. I would like to thank the board of directors, management team, the workforce, the bankers, the auditors, secretarial auditors, and the business associates of the company for enabling your company to sail through this troubled time. I have also taken this opportunity to thank my fellow directors for their immense efforts in formulating and steering your company's strategies and policies. Now, as we have left the effects of COVID-19 pandemic behind us, and the global economy is again stabilizing with rebooted supply chain and robust demand, with strong push by government to achieve 500 gigawatt of renewable energy by year 2030 and net zero targets by India till year 2070, as committed by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. The outlook for coming years is very encouraging. As mentioned last year, your company is going ahead with nationwide presence in solar energy field, and in line with that plan, the company has already started its operations in Lucknow in Uttar Pradesh and starting operations in Pune in Maharashtra in coming weeks. The company also plans to open more branches in coming time across the nation. In this current year, your company has robust order book to be executed in this financial year 2023-24, and we are looking for exponential growth in turnover in 23-24. Your company has also planned to participate in PM Kusum scheme of Government of India for solar requirements of agriculture sector, which will create long-term revenue stream for the company. In line with Government of India push for renewables, the government and PSU market for solar power is rising exponentially. The company is taking efforts to take maximum business from that. The Honorable Prime Minister of India has announced in COP26 that India will be having net zero carbon emission by 2070. We plan to capitalize on this opportunity and going ahead with full throttle to capitalize on this opportunity and having maximum business. The concept of energy storage to reduce the dependence on fossil fuel is gaining the momentum, and a lot of work is being undertaken in this field. Your company also plans to foray into energy storage business to tap the full potential of its activity. India is also embarked to deploy green hydrogen technology and aim to become #1 in the world in green hydrogen space. Your company also plans to be present in the value chain of green hydrogen in coming time. Your company is prepared for being the part of this journey of energy transition by the entire world. I am confident that your company will achieve greater heights in time to come and will deliver long-term value addition to all the stakeholders, namely shareholders, customers, and the employees. I thank you all very much, and I look forward to receiving even greater support from all of you. Thank you. Jai Hind. Jai Jai Karishma. Stay safe with warm regards. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, with the permission of Chairman, I will begin formal address to the shareholders. Pursuant to the MC and SEBI circulars, the annual report for the financial year 2022-23, along with the notice, board's report, auditor's report, and financial statements has already been circulated to all the shareholders through electronical mode, whose email addresses were registered with the company or depositories, and also to them who have requested a physical copy of the same. I would like to inform that the Register of Director and KMP, Register of Contract, and all other documents referred to in the notice are available for inspection in electronical forms. Members may inspect the same by requesting the company at cs@zodiacenergy.com. There are no qualification or adverse remarks in the respective auditor's report, and hence the auditor's report is not required to be read in the meeting. Further, secretarial audit report contain observation which is as follow. Observation number 1, members of promoter group Mr. Jay Shah had entered into a contra trade for a period of less than 6 months, for which the management of the company clarify as follow. Company has uploaded PIT code on its website and also circulated to its designated persons. Company will arrange session to update all designated persons with the provisions of PIT regulations. Observation number 2, as per amended provision of Regulation 23(9) of SEBI LODR Regulation 2015, company was required to file related party transaction with stock exchange for half year ended 31st March 2022 within 15 days from the date of publication of its financial results. However, company filed related party transaction for the half year ended 31st March 2022 on May 26, 2022. Resulting in delay of 3 days, for which management of the company clarify as follow. Company secretary tried to uploading XBRL on exchange as she was facing problem in revised utility post amendment in Regulation 23, Sub-Regulation 9 of LODR. Issue was resolved with a delay of few days and therefore she couldn't file compliance under Regulation 23(9) within due date. The management will now file all the compliance much ahead of due dates to avoid last day's hustle on portal. Observation number 3, delay by company in entering majority of UPSI sharing entries in software, that is structured digital database, for which management of the company clarify as follow. Management of the company will be more alert in making entries of UPSI sharing into a software within the same day on which UPSI is shared to any designated persons. Delay was unintentional to make all compliance within due date. UPSI sharing entries into software got delayed. The notice of the meeting and the annual report as already sent to the member are taken as read. The notice of the AGM contains 3 items for approval of shareholder through e-voting. As the meeting is conveyed through video conferencing means via Zoom platform today, resolutions have already been put to vote through remote e-voting and the requirement to propose and second is not applicable. With your permission, I will now take up the resolution as set forth in the notice. Businesses as specified in the notice of AGM are as follow. Item number 1, consideration and adoption of audited financial statement of the company for the financial year ended March 31st, 2023 and report of Board of Director and Auditors reports thereon. Second, appointment of director in place of Mrs. Parul Kunj Biraisha, who retired by rotation and being eligible and offer herself for reappointment. Apart from this, we have one special business to transact in this AGM. That is, ordinary resolution for consider and approve the material related party transaction proposed to be entered into by company during the financial year 2023-24. I would like to inform you that company has not received any request from any shareholder to speak at AGM, nor receive any queries from shareholder before the AGM via mail. The shareholder who have any queries and have not registered themselves with company as speaker may send their queries to the company at cs@zodiacenergy.com. Pursuant to the requirement of Section 108 of Companies Act 2013 read with Rule 20 of Companies Management and Administration Rule 2014, Secretarial Standard on General Meeting issued by ICSI, Regulation 44 of SEBI LODR Regulation 2015 and MCA circulars. The company had offered remote e-voting facility to enable the shareholder to cast their vote electronically on the resolution proposed in the notice of annual general meeting of the company. The company has appointed National Securities Depository Limited for providing facility of casting vote through remote e-voting and e-voting system during the meeting. The remote e-voting period was commenced from 9 a.m. on Friday, September 22, 2023 and was ended on 5 p.m. on Sunday, September 24, 2023. For scrutinizing e-voting and remote e-voting process, the company has appointed SCS and Company LLP, a practicing company secretary, to act as scrutinizer, who are also available in this meeting. The result will be declared after receiving of scrutinizer report at earliest within 2 working days after the meeting. The result will also available on website of the company. Since the proceedings are concluded, I request the member who have not voted yet during the voting cycle to exercise their voting rights through e-voting system provided by National Security Depository Limited. The time period for which is 15 minutes, and after that e-voting module will be disabled. On behalf of Chairman Sir, I would like to thank the member to the board who are present in annual general meeting and for their continuous guidance and counsel. I would also like to thank all the shareholders for their continued support and faith in the organization. Thank you very much and see you next year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chinmay.